Let's take a look at the grid for the second round of the championship then. Well, it's Tom Bell again on pole position, with the Clio of Matt Fincham alongside him in this stock catch race. It's Shane Deegan and Rob Drake on the second row. Third row, Andrew Tibbs and Lee Deegan here in his second car race ever. Or circuit race, I should say, of course, coming from the auto grasses. Fourth row, that's Jake Varner, Paul Jarvis. Paul Jarvis had a really good race until the contact in race 1. Pip Hammond and Patrick Fletcher on row 5. Sixth row, Andrew Harding and Philip Wright. That's your top 12 here in the second round of the Stock Catch Championship. Row 7 sees Mark Armstrong and Steve Powsland head of the cars of novice drivers Nathan Saunders and Matt Ellis. Row 9, Nick Fulton-Jones and the youngster Harry Campy. At the back of the grid, we will see James Hayden and Terry Roughton with problems with his car this weekend. Hopefully we'll be able to sort that out. Here we start on the back of the 20 car grid then. They're on the grid, the lights go out, and the Clio of Matt Fincham makes a better start. So hopefully he'll let the stock catches race behind him. The new Clio 182 car that should take the lead to Gerald. So it's Tom Bell in second, it's a Deegan in third, fourth, a poor start from Rob Drake. From the second row, he's dropped well back, a bit of contact between Matt Ellis and Nathan Saunders. Nathan Saunders' car gets all sideways, and Nick Fulton-Jones slammed on the brakes to make sure he didn't head into him, and Patrick Fletcher's gone well off the circuit. He's on the grass, it's a bit muddy out there now. He slides his way back, he'll be right at the back of the pack. So let's see what Fletcher can do as the race goes on. So down towards the hairpin, a big lead for Matt Fincham in that Clio, then he locks up the rear brakes as he turns into the hairpin, then it's Bell ahead of the two Deegans. Andrew Tibbs there fourth, the stock catch had Jake Varner, then Paul Jarvis in sixth, then it's Pip Hammond down to 8th position from that second row start. It's Rob Drake, a poor start from him, so up across the line then. So it's Bell that leads. Now which of the Deegans is at the front? It's Shane Deegan ahead of Lee, then Tibbs, and Pip Hammond has Jake Varner around the outside of him then. I think that's Pip Hammond, is it, trying to gain a place on board? We can go with him, and there's Jake Varner in front. We turn through Gerrards. Hammond being attacked by Varner. So Varner gains the place. Hammond will put Jarvis behind him in defence. He decides to go back to the racing line for the exit. You can see in the rearview mirror, Paul Jarvis up on the inside, but he can't get the position done. Pip Hammond round the outside, stays in front of Jarvis, but that's allowed Jake Varner to get away then. So onto the brakes they come into the hairpin, and Bell still got these couple of car left to the Deegan. Shane ahead of Lee, leading a good start from him once again. He's third. Fourth is Andrew Tibbs, and now you can see Drake attacking Jarvis. I think Drake could well have got past him. No, Jarvis still in front as they come to complete the second lap of the race, but Rob Drake now coming round the outside, heading into Gerrard. So look up for the race leader, Matt Fincham, who watches the battle between Drake and Drake pulls off the course in the front of Paul Jarvis into the corner, and he stays in front. But here we have Philip Wright ahead of Steve Powder. Powder, the number 12 guys. That Matt Ellis behind, a trio of cars then turn their way off of Gerrard's. Here's Nathan Saunders. He was one of the people involved in that first lap. He was the big slider through the corner. His mirror there just dangling off of his Saxo. So down towards the hairpin. It's Lee Deegan now starting to come under pressure for third position. It's Andrew Tibbs and Jake Varner right behind them. Two have been racing in stock catch for a long time now. Side by side further back. That's a slice up on the inside. Harding, and just behind that was Matt Ellis slicing up on the inside of Paul Jarvis. So across the line, Fincham now got away, so he's going to let the stock catches race amongst themselves. And Shane Deegan now, in only his sixth ever car circuit race, he's pushing his way forward onto the back of the race leader Tom Bell. He did a full season last year, finished second in the championship to Joe Ferguson. So through Gerrards, there's Steve Powsland amongst the battling. I think Fulton-Jones behind. I think he must have a problem with his car as well, because he was really strong towards the end of last year. Patrick Fletcher looking to gain a place off James Hayden, one of the novice drivers. Fletcher drives right round the outside of him at Gerrard's as the leaders headed back towards the Shaw's hairpin. And now Tom Bell getting away from Shane Deegan, and Lee Deegan in turn putting away from Andrew Tibbs, who under pressure from Jake Varner as they head down into the hairpin. Pip Hammond getting involved in that as well, and Rob Drake now going them in. And Jake Varner really looked for a position trying to come off the hairpin down towards the elbow. There's battling going on further back as well. Let's see then. They come across the line. It's Tibbs still ahead, and Matt Fincham once again looks up right going into the hairpin. Going into the first corner, so Gerrard's, he was doing a similar thing at the hairpin as well. A bit behind here, that's Harding under pressure. He goes round the outside of Mark Armstrong, I should say, as they head through Gerrard's. And they're side by side, Armstrong and Harding then, down to the exit, right off the Steve Bowers, behind as well. Harry Campbell in the defence. Matt Ellis Fincham. He looks up, we're expecting another Clio out, and Tom Bell's closing him in, isn't he? Tom Bell catching the race leader, Matt Fincham. It's a battle between Tibbs, Barndon and Hammond have been closed in on by Drake. Drake finished second in that first race before starting this one. And who's that running on wide? Was that Matt Ellis possibly? Running wide at the hairpin there.
Yeah, number 77.
So they flick lap 6 onto lap 7. There's Andrew Tibbs just behind Lee Deegan. Hammond defending at the moment from Drake as he turns through Gerrards. That group still being led there by Andrew Tibbs. Paul Jarvis dropped a bit back in this one. See Harding leading this group of cars, and Andrew sorry, not Harding, Harding's there. He's lost that must have been from the contact with Steve Howland. He's lost the rear window there. Now all of Hammond. Tibbs versus Farndon in front into the hairpin. A good run off the corner here from Hammond, getting the cut back of Farndon, but Farndon slices across the front of Pip Hammond. So turned into the elbow. Yet another lap up across the line. Past the commentary box here at Mallory Park. As Hammond goes defensive, good. Rob Drake's trying to come round the outside here. There he goes, he flies past as Rob Drake slides the car into Gerrards. Drifts the car through the corner really, as it's in front of Barton trying to put the pressure on. Andrew Tibbs, of course, down the stepping straight they go, then round the back of the commentary box now. Down towards the S's, to the brakes, and again Drake flings the car into the S's. We saw more of that in the first race where we saw the onboard camera action from both Paul Jarvis and Pip Hammond. So now that we lost Drake a bit on top of the S's. Pip Hammond really late onto the brakes, into the hairpin, gets right onto the back of the battle between Tim Barnes and Drake and himself. In the back of this 4-car gaggle then as they head up onto the elbow. Here's another lap of Drake straight away on the attack of Jake Barndon out the corner. He's up alongside already as they head down up across the line then underneath the Jordan Bridge into Gerrards they go, and around the outside goes Drake, but Jake Barndon, Drake's really late, he's up on the inside and stays in front of Drake, and Drake gets the car all out of control as he heads through Gerrards. He's heading towards the grass, and Pip Hammond can get that position back then. Let's take a replay of that. So it was Drake going around the outside of Farndon. Farndon braked really late to stay in front of Drake. That unsettled his car, Drake's car. He was sliding all over the place and ended up on the grass, sliding out wide towards the snow here at Mallory Park. Very cold day, and Drake did get it back on, but much further down the pack. Forward with Pip Hammond then. The car's slow, and the car's all not right, is it? Because the car's all out of control through the exit. He slows the car down, pulls the car off. So it looks like we have a retirement in the second round of CV for Pip Hammond. He was going really well until that problem struck. Now Rob Drake back on the attack of Steve Powson. He comes up across the front of him. There's contact between the two cars, and as Drake's car went backwards across the track, he almost collected Steve Powson's car, and Powson to have control as well in that. He controls the car though, stays on the track. Rob Drake involved again in an incident with Gerrard. Powson then. Drake across the front of Powson's car. How close is that? When he comes to the Drake line back across the circuit. The checkered flag ready then for Matt Fincham, but more important behind him is Tom Bell. He gets 2 out of 2 here in the stock catches. You can see how much he's pulled out in the second half of this race then. Who's going to come across second? Well, of course it's Jane Deegan, and Lee Deegan then third. Good podium from him. Both Deegans on the podium here today. Fourth back goes to Andrew Tibbs, who just beat Jake Farndon, and then we wait a few moments to get 6th place. That's Paul Jarvis, a great result from him in perhaps wasn't as good race on pace, but consistency there pays off. Even if 6th in the stock catch meet, and Mark Armstrong and Phil Wright, they'll be pleased with their results too. Of course, from the retirement from Pip Hammond, and of course spinning out Patrick Fletcher and Rob Drake. So that pushes a few people up the order. Harry Campy, Steve Howson's also in the top 10. The stock catching. Rob Drake brought his way back up to 14th. That was 13th in the stock catching. And Patrick Fletcher 16th. That'll be 15th in the stock catchers.